everyone, and welcome to Thelma's podcast. So today I have a guest called Kieron, okay, and he's somebody that I've looked up because of his personal story. So it seemed like he ran into some trouble, but what I liked is how he overcame that and managed to build something successful. So sometimes in life you're going to encounter trouble, but it's how you overcome that. You know, when you are down, yes, the best way is how to stand up, to get up. Because in life, you're going to be down, but the problem will be to stay down. Okay? So he's going to basically tell us more about how he overcame all of his challenges and to be a success. All right? I can't wait to invite him and see what he's been up to. Okay, so I'm sorry about this, but you see, when I do lives, for me it's so easy because once, oh hi Kieron, once I away have the reel here and then on YouTube, it's easy. So let's try this one more time. Okay, all right, so request to join me. See, when I do lives, for me it's so easy because I think you're here. You're right, can you see me?
Hi,
Finally. Oh my goodness. Third
yeah.
time lucky. How are
Sorry.
you?
Oh, fine, thank you. I couldn't get on. I used it. I got it working with my phone, but I couldn't get it working with my laptop.
Honestly, I had guests who've been on the laptops, and I'm there, press the request, but I don't know how it works. Sorry.
Oh wait, it's working on the laptop now. Oh wait, no, that's a replay.
Is it? Listen, I never do lives on laptops. So I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay. So, Kieron, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name's Kieron.
Oh, I've lost you. Kieron, I lost you. Invite. Kieron, I've lost you. Hey. What's going on in my life today?
Oh, nah, it's me. It's me. I'm an amateur.
No,
I'm an amateur.
don't worry. So you were saying you were released?
Yeah, I released about 5 weeks ago. I just completed the sentence, 25-year sentence. So I just done on the 13 years. While I was in there, I was able to get my business degree and get first class honors in that. I published a book that teaches kids how to play chess. I sold the characters from the book as NFTs. I was organizing motivational events in there, giving speeches, and getting different organizations to come in.
Sorry to ask you this, but what were you in prison for?
I was in.
If you don't want to say it.
No, it's okay. I was in prison for shooting. Yeah.
Okay. So when you were in prison, did you manage to do all of these things that you said, like the studies and everything like that? Oh, lost you again. What's going on? Hello?
Yeah, I don't know. It keeps cutting out for some reason.
I don't know why. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Okay. So you see, when you went to prison, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How did you get able to study? How did you manage to go to school? How did you manage that?
So obviously you got an organization called the Open University, which allows you to study remotely at university level.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was using the Open University.
Oh, so in prison you have, an organization to help you carry on your studies.
Yeah.
And then the degrees are recognized like any normal university.
Yeah. So the Open University is for people who haven't got time to actually go to a campus and study, but want to study at that level. So I was able to do that with them.
So to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 35.
You look so younger than
Oh, thank
35,
you.
by the way. That's fun. So when you came out, why is it? Because I know you have a nursery. Is that correct?
Um,
You founded a nursery?
I've got a consultancy business that opens nurseries.
Oh,
So, for example, if you were someone who never had the qualifications or the expertise to open a nursery, but you had the premises, for example, we would come in and do your bespoke paperwork, and we would do your Ofsted paperwork, we would do all your recruitment and acquire your equipment and set up for you at whatever premises that you wanted to work on. So we would get you from zero to operational,
hmm,
basically. Yeah,
nice one. And the book that you have written, did you write it in prison?
yeah, I wrote it in prison and got it published while I was still in there.
Do you have the title? Do you
Yeah,
have it with you? Can we
yeah.
see what it
Oh,
looks like?
I've got a copy
Sorry.
of it there.
Thank you.
Here it is. Yeah.
Oh,
It's called,
lovely.
it's called The Pawn Who Wants to Be Queen, and it's
Wow.
available on, I think it's
Amazon?
the website, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and a few other sites like that.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. So
thank
you
you.
are author,
Yeah,
you are a businessman. So can you tell me, I love that profile name, the Mountain of Dreams
yeah, yeah,
project. Can you tell me
yeah.
more about that?
Um, so that coming about from me studying Black history,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was studying Black history, I realized that I was able to get rid of a inferiority complex. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously that comes from education where obviously I'm paraphrasing the education, but this is the way I took it. So
Mm-hmm.
the way I took it is that they basically teach you that there was people in Africa that was subhuman cannibals. They didn't know what they was doing. They was able to go over there, enslave them, and whilst they were enslaved, they learned how to be civilized from their slave masters. And once they became civilized, they let them go. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I took from the education I got, and I think that instills an inferiority complex into young black men. And I felt that me studying black history pre-slavery, with all the kingdoms, empires, cultures, and all that kind of thing that existed pre-slavery, was able to help me overcome that inferiority complex. So the Mountain of Dreams project is about creating a monument or a tourist attraction that is similar to Mount Rushmore, but displays Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, and Malcolm X. And obviously, you can see the picture of that in my on my grid on my profile.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you
Yeah,
about that. That's
yeah.
so inspiring. That's so lovely.
Oh,
I
thank
wanted to ask you something. It might be a personal question, but when you came out of prison, did you get support from your friends and family, or they were
you.
like,
Yeah,
"We don't want to know you"? Or
I've got lots of support from my friends and family, and also different organizations that I was working with when I was doing the motivational events.
hmm,
And I was able to keep in contact with. And some of them that I found in there's a book called The Hard Man Directory. Yeah,
that's lovely. I mean, for me, it's rare to have people like you that done something bad and then they overcame what happened and to be standing tall and strong
yeah,
because
yeah,
a lot of them unfortunately relapse and also
yeah,
they don't have that support network. But you
yeah.
were, I think you were a smart person because
Thank
despite
you.
what happened,
Yeah,
you decided to say, you know what? I'm not gonna just stay in prison and just sit about and do nothing. You decided to work your way through how to come on the other
yeah,
side. Do you go
yeah,
sometimes?
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So I feel like the best decision I made in terms of helping me towards that end is I made a decision early on that I can have a parallel universe in my mind, and there'll be two 35-year-olds. There'll be one getting released from prison after doing the sentence, and another one who never got the sentence and never went to prison. And my aim while I was locked up was to ensure that the 35-year-old getting released from prison has more prospects and opportunities and a better mentality than the 35-year-old who never went to prison, never got the sentence and carried on doing what I was doing before. So I feel that me making that decision to make sure the 35-year-old who did go to prison had better opportunities and a better mentality helped him inform and influence everything that I was doing while I was in there.
That's amazing. Have you thought, and that's my idea, have you thought of writing to the prison to say, look, this is what I'm doing with my life. Would it be okay to come to do like as a speaker to inspire people that one
Yes,
day come out?
so I've been back into a few prisons since I've got out. I think I've done like 3 or 4 prisons since I've got out. I'm running a workshop in Guys Marsh Prison on the 11th or 14th of December.
Amazing.
So I've been able to get a few opportunities in that field.
That's amazing. And I've seen that you have been going, through you've been, I think this guy that wrote this book, that Peckham boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
has it inspired you in any way? Have you,
Yeah, definitely,
you know him?
definitely inspiring. They used to organize motivational events also in the prison that I was in, Swellside. So I was able to meet him there while I was doing my sentence and stay in contact with them and get help and support from them.
That's so amazing.
Yeah,
So
so
what
that's
support?
Lord Hastings as
Oh,
well.
so what kind of support did they give you?
Just about keeping you on the right track, giving you advice and support and encouragement in anything that you're doing.
That's amazing.
And
I'm
obviously inviting me to events where I can network and further what I'm doing as well.
Yeah, because I'm sure since you came out, I feel like you have mountains of opportunities. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
how
yeah.
don't you get overwhelmed? Like there's so many good things out there.
Um, I try. Well, I'm overwhelmed in terms of my communication skills have been poor, as you know, because dealing with so many people at the same time has been a bit hard for me. But in terms of being overwhelmed in the events or uni work or that kind of stuff, I can't let it overwhelm me because that's the way I designed it. So I always plan that I'm going to make sure that I stay busy doing the most constructive things that help me with my future. So I know that all these events I'm going to, all the networking that I'm doing is for benefiting my future.
Yeah, and I also want to thank you because I saw your story in one of WhatsApp groups,
Yeah,
and they say, "Oh, this guy's been to prison." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, why is it always a black
yeah,
people? What?" And
yeah,
then the
yeah,
person said, "Oh, you need to read the whole thing." So I
yeah,
clicked and I read your story. I'm like, "This guy's
yeah.
inspiring." So I straight
Yeah,
away I
thank
said, "I'm
you.
gonna contact this guy,"
Yeah,
and I was so surprised that you was like, "Yeah, yeah, of course, I'll come to your post."
yeah,
I'm thinking, he doesn't even know me. Look at
yeah.
this, like.
Oh,
I don't know what to say. I think you're very
oh,
nice, a
thank
very nice, generous
thank you,
person.
and thank you for the opportunity as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, thank you for what you're doing. So, have you thought about writing a book about your life story to inspire others?
Um, well, I've spoken. A few people have said to me about writing a book and stuff, but obviously I haven't been out long, and obviously there's a lot more goals and aims that I can achieve before that point. So
Yeah,
so that's what I'm focusing on. Yeah,
yeah, of course. And
yeah,
honestly, I feel like you're on your way to achieve even more things. This is
yeah,
such, your story is so inspiring. You don't
yeah,
hear
yeah,
that very often.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
like the fact that you rewrote the narrative of black men, in the UK. They're not
yeah,
just thugs. No offense, I'm
yeah,
not saying that,
yeah,
but they're
yeah,
actually role models, like
yeah,
people that can overcome and do a lot of things. Have you
yeah.
thought of going to schools and do some speech about
Well,
how to?
I'm looking for any and every opportunity to obviously use my story to inspire others and also to get experience in my public speaking. So
Yeah.
yeah, so any opportunities that come along, um, I'm trying to grab them with both hands.
So you live in London, right?
Yeah,
Great. The school I am is South London. If I
yeah,
were to ask them, would you be able to one day come to do a
yeah.
speech
I would love to do
workshop?
that. I would love to do
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I would love to do that.
to be confirmed. I'll
Yeah,
definitely gonna arrange that. But also to finish, I want to ask you one more question.
yeah,
What would you say to young people that one day mess up in a big way, like you
yeah,
did?
yeah.
And what would you think would be the tip to give them? So if you mess up in your life,
Mm.
How can you overcome that?
Well, obviously, it's the saying that says it's not how you fall, it's how you get up. So, so one of the things that I would like to um, let anyone know who finds themselves in that situation, um, it's about looking at your long-term goals, isn't it? So the way I look at it is that where we want to end up as a man is in a big house with all your grandkids running around, and they've never wanted for anything. So that would be the end goal of a successful life, in my opinion. And I think in a lot of other people's opinion, don't matter about your religion, your political background or anything like that. The end goal is to end up in a comfortable position with all your grandkids running around. They all know you, they all love you, and they're all provided for. So if that is your end goal, which I believe is most people's end goal, then you have to work towards that as early as possible, innit? So if you know you're doing certain things that are counterproductive to reaching that end goal, then you need to pivot, maneuver yourself onto a different road with different prospects that lead down that road. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the best way I can put it.
And you in personal life, are you looking to, settle down, having kids, or you're
Yeah.
like, I'm too busy for that?
Obviously, when I was away for so long, I thought that having kids as soon as I get out would be a good idea because obviously I've missed so much, and my nieces and nephews are getting older, so I wanted them to be around the same age. But when speaking to people who I take advice from and I value their advice, they say just slow down um, and take a year or two to settle back in and get your foundations down first. So that's what I'm concentrating on at the moment.
But I feel like you have your foundations. You have everything, like everything that you plan.
Yeah,
I feel like everything is going according to
yeah,
your
no,
plan.
it is going according to plan, and that's the good thing about planning,
Yeah.
to see it come to fruition. However, I'm still fresh out. I can't use all the technology properly, so
You
there's a lot of
will.
things. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
don't worry.
things that I can get my head around first before starting to think about having kids and stuff.
Of course. I want to say shout out to all your friends and family and
Yeah,
people that really give you a shot to say, you know what, this guy is worth it.
yeah,
I shout out to all of them. I don't
yeah.
know. Any names that you want
Yeah.
to say shout out
No,
to?
just I'll thank everyone so I don't miss anyone. So I just thank everyone that has been there to support and encourage me along the way, especially during the sentence.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep in touch with you that
Yeah,
so that the school where I am one day, I'm
yeah,
sure would like to have somebody like you, an author,
yeah, yeah,
somebody that does
yeah.
workshops, speaker, business. I mean, is there anything else that you do that I don't know about? But
Hey,
we need more
that's
people
it.
like that.
Oh,
We need
thank you. I
more.
appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so please just keep on the right track, and
Yeah,
I'm sure you
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
I'm sure we're gonna hear more about you in the future. All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
well done, and thank you
And
so
oh,
much.
wait, there's one thing I wanted to invite you to. So I wanted to do a content creation day
Okay.
because someone with a podcast studio in
Mm-hmm.
Whitechapel has given me the opportunity to use that space. So what I wanted to do is get a few people together and
Mm-hmm.
talk about education,
Yeah.
education of children and that kind of thing. So I'd like to invite you along to that. So what we're going to do is get a few people together and get some conversations going and try to make as many clips as possible that are relevant to the platforms that the um, participants are running.
Of
So,
course.
for example, whatever we talk about, any clips that you think, yep, I need that clip for my platform, I need that clip. We're gonna share out the clips and have some content creation.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
me usually when I finish with my guests,
yeah,
you have a copy of the reel, and I also give you a link to the YouTube anyway.
yeah,
But
yeah,
anything else, let me know. But
yeah,
if you let me know the date, I'll be happy to
yeah.
come. Yeah.
Okay then.
And thank you
No
for the
problem.
invitation. That's so
No problem.
unexpected, so lovely. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
no
And
problem.
I
No
hope you
problem.
have a lovely day. And I'm sure we're gonna
Yeah.
keep in touch. But carry
Okay.
on your
Yeah.
excellent, excellent
Thank
work.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for your time. Thank you for the
It's a
opportunity. I
pleasure.
really appreciate it.
Thank you
Oh,
again
bye.
for
Have a
trusting.
nice day.
You
Have a
too.
nice day.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.